What if I told you that you're on the cusp of discovering that you've already traversed one of the most profound journeys imaginable, the universe's ultimate test, yet you remain unaware because you've not recognized the signs? This isn't just a collection of words. It's a portal to a new reality, a guide to seeing the unseen and knowing the unknown. Sign 1. Sudden sense of purpose. Imagine waking up one day and where there was once confusion, there's now clarity. Where there were questions, answers begin to gently rain down, nourishing the parched earth of your being. This isn't about finding a new hobby or even discovering a career path, although those might be part of it. It's about something deeper, more intrinsic. It's as if the universe has whispered a secret directly into your heart, and now everything makes sense. This sudden sense of purpose isn't loud or overwhelming. It's a quiet certainty that guides you, a knowing that directs your steps with confidence and grace. This phenomenon, as sudden and profound as it may seem, is deeply rooted in various spiritual beliefs and philosophies across the world. For instance, in Buddhism there's a moment of awakening, sometimes gradual, other times sudden, where one sees the world with new eyes. It's akin to the story of Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha after a profound moment of enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. His journey from prince to founder of Buddhism is a testament to the transformative power of realizing one's purpose in alleviating suffering for all beings. Similarly, in the mystical branches of other major religions, such as Sufism in Islam, Kabbalah in Judaism, and mystic Christianity, there are tales of seekers who, after much wandering and wondering, experience a sudden illumination that gives their existence a new direction and meaning. These stories, rich with metaphor and meaning, highlight a universal truth, that understanding one's purpose is a significant milestone in the spiritual journey, a sign that one is aligning with the deeper currents of the universe. The sudden sense of purpose is more than an internal shift. It's a reorientation of your life. It affects your choices, your relationships, and the way you interact with the world. It's as if you've been given a compass that points you toward actions and decisions that are in harmony with your highest self, and by extension, with the universe itself. This doesn't mean the path becomes easy. Challenges still arise, but your approach to them changes. You see them as opportunities for growth, as part of the journey, rather than obstacles blocking your way. Sign 2. The transcendence of ego. Now the path unfolds into the next sign, a profound and transformative experience, the transcendence of ego. This is not merely a step, but a leap into the vast ocean of consciousness, where the sense of self that once seemed so solid begins to dissolve, revealing a connection to something far greater than oneself. The transcendence of ego is akin to watching the walls of a fortress that you've built around yourself over the years slowly crumble away. It's not about losing who you are, but about discovering the essence of your being that lies beyond the roles, titles, and personas you've accumulated. This moment signifies a shift from a life driven by the desires and fears of the ego to a life guided by a deeper, more universal wisdom. In the midst of this profound journey, we find resonance with the thoughts of a medieval philosopher, Thomas Aquinas. Though his language may seem from another era, his ideas bridge the gap between the individual and the universal, much like the transcendence of ego does. Thomas Aquinas spoke of the soul's journey towards God, emphasizing not the negation of self, but the realization of a deeper identity rooted in the divine. He believed that true knowledge and happiness are found not in material wealth or earthly achievements, but in understanding our place in the larger scheme of things, in recognizing our connection to all of creation. This medieval thinker's reflections on the soul's ascent to God mirror the journey of transcending the ego. It is not about losing oneself, but about finding a truer self, one that is interconnected with all of existence. This journey of transcending the ego is beautifully encapsulated in the parable of the wave and the ocean. The wave, seeing itself as separate and distinct, fears its eventual dissolution. But once it realizes it's not separate but part of the vast ocean, its fear subsides and it finds peace in its true nature. Similarly, as you transcend your ego, you begin to understand that you are not a solitary entity struggling against the world, but an integral part of the universe itself. This realization brings with it a profound sense of freedom. The burdens of judgment, competition, and the endless pursuit of external validation begin to lift, and in their place, a sense of unity and compassion takes root. You start to act not out of self-interest, but out of a genuine desire for the well-being of all. It's a shift that fundamentally changes how you interact with others and with the world around you. Transcendence of ego does not mean you become passive or disengaged from life. On the contrary, it imbues your actions with greater purpose and clarity. Without the ego's constant chatter and demands, you're able to listen more deeply to the voice of intuition and wisdom that guides you. This doesn't imply that challenges or difficult emotions vanish. Instead, you learn to navigate them with a greater sense of equanimity and understanding, recognizing them as part of the human experience, but not defining you. Sign 3. The acceptance of impermanence. This sign is the beginning of a significant shift in perception, an understanding that the only constant in the universe is change itself. This realization is both liberating and grounding as it touches every aspect of our existence. Acceptance of impermanence is not a passive resignation, but a deep acknowledgement of the nature of existence. It is understanding that everything, from the fleeting beauty of a sunset to the solidity of the mountains, from our joys to our sorrows, is in a constant state of flux. This is a concept echoed in the heart of Buddhist philosophy, where the recognition of impermanence, anicca, is fundamental to the path of enlightenment. It teaches that our suffering arises from clinging to things, people and experiences, mistaking them for permanent fixtures in our lives. This acceptance invites a profound sense of peace and presence into our lives. When we acknowledge that nothing is meant to last forever, we begin to live more fully in the moment, appreciating the transient beauty of the world around us. It encourages us to cherish our loved ones, knowing that our time with them is precious, and to let go of grudges and bitterness, recognizing them as burdens too heavy to carry into the ever-changing flow of life. The parable of the autumn leaves can serve as a meditation on impermanence. Just as leaves change color and fall from the trees in their due time, so too do the seasons of our lives transition. Each leaf's journey from the branch to the ground is a testament to the natural cycle of life, death, and rebirth. By observing this, we can learn to embrace our own changes with grace, seeing them not as endings, but as part of a larger, ever-unfolding story. Acceptance of impermanence also reshapes our understanding of loss and grief. Instead of seeing them as deviations from the norm, we begin to view them as integral to the human experience. This doesn't diminish the pain of loss, but allows us to navigate it with a heart that's both more resilient and tender. We learn to hold our experiences lightly, to appreciate without clinging, and to let go with love. In practical terms, accepting impermanence empowers us to adapt to life's inevitable changes and challenges with a more open heart and a flexible mind. It encourages us to find stability not in external circumstances, but in our inner resilience and wisdom. This acceptance does not happen overnight, but unfolds gradually as we deepen our spiritual practice and continue to observe the transient nature of all things. Sign 4. Alignment with universal laws. Having embraced the acceptance of impermanence, we arrive at a milestone profound in its simplicity, yet vast in its implications: the alignment with universal laws. This fourth sign of having passed the universe's ultimate test ushers us into a harmonious relationship with the underlying principles that govern the cosmos. Alignment with universal laws is about recognizing and living in accordance with the natural rhythms and truths that underlie all of existence. These laws, ranging from the law of attraction to the law of cause and effect, also known as karma, are not rules laid down by an external authority, but principles that emerge from the very fabric of the universe itself. Understanding these laws isn't just an intellectual exercise, it's a deeply spiritual practice that transforms the way we live, think, and interact with the world around us. One of the most transformative aspects of this alignment is the shift in perspective it brings. Instead of viewing life as a series of random events, we begin to see patterns, lessons, and opportunities for growth. We realize that our thoughts, actions, and energies contribute to the reality we experience, guided by the law of attraction. This law suggests that like attracts like, meaning positive thoughts and actions tend to bring positive experiences, while negative ones attract the opposite. This understanding empowers us to take responsibility for our lives, knowing that we are co-creators with the universe. Furthermore, the law of cause and effect, or karma, teaches us that every action has a reaction. This isn't about punishment or reward, but about understanding the natural consequences of our behaviors. By living with mindfulness and integrity, we align ourselves with this law, creating a life that reflects our highest values and aspirations. This alignment also encourages us to live in harmony with the law of rhythm, which acknowledges the cyclical nature of life. Just as the seasons change and the tides ebb and flow, so too do our lives undergo phases of growth, stagnation, and renewal. By recognizing and respecting these cycles, we can navigate life's changes with greater ease and resilience, embracing each phase as an opportunity for learning and transformation. Lao Tzu, known for his teachings on Taoism, emphasized the importance of aligning oneself with the natural order of the universe. He often spoke of the Tao, which can be understood as the fundamental essence or flow of all things. For Lao Tzu, living in harmony with the Tao meant embracing simplicity, spontaneity, and non-resistance. He believed that by relinquishing our attachment to desires and outcomes, we could attune ourselves to the rhythm of the cosmos and find true peace and fulfillment. Lao Tzu's teachings resonate deeply with the notion of alignment with universal laws. Like the law of rhythm, which acknowledges the cyclical nature of life, Lao Tzu emphasized the importance of embracing change and flowing with the currents of existence rather than resisting them. The journey toward alignment with universal laws is both an inward and outward journey. It requires introspection and self-awareness, as well as a willingness to observe and learn from the world around us. It's a dynamic process, one that evolves as we grow and change, offering endless opportunities for discovery and connection. Sign 5. Non-judgment. This profound milestone in our spiritual development marks a shift towards viewing the world, others, and ourselves through a lens of compassion and understanding, free from the constraints of judgment. Non-judgment is a state of grace, a way of interacting with the world that transcends the dualities of right and wrong, good and bad, worthy and unworthy. It is a recognition that at the core of our being, beyond the layers of societal labels and personal biases, lies a fundamental unity with all existence. This realization fosters an atmosphere of acceptance where every person, situation, and experience is met with an open heart and an open mind. This philosophy finds resonance in the teachings of the renowned philosopher and spiritual leader Thich Nhat Hanh. Born in Vietnam in 1926, Thich Nhat Hanh has dedicated his life to spreading the message of mindfulness, compassion, and peace. At the heart of Thich Nhat Hanh's philosophy lies the practice of mindfulness, the art of being fully present in the moment without judgment or attachment. Through mindfulness, he teaches, we can cultivate a deep awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, allowing us to break free from the cycle of suffering and live with greater clarity and joy. The path to non-judgment is not about ignoring the discernment that helps us navigate life safely and wisely. Instead, it is about letting go of the harsh, often automatic evaluations that divide us from one another and from our own inner peace. It involves recognizing the conditioned patterns that lead us to judge and categorize, and gently but firmly choosing a different way, a way of empathy, curiosity, and kindness. In the teachings of many spiritual traditions, the practice of non-judgment is seen as essential to achieving a state of inner peace and enlightenment. Jesus Christ in the Christian Gospels taught, "Judge not, that you be not judged." Similarly, Buddhist philosophy emphasizes the importance of compassion and understanding, suggesting that judgment arises from ignorance of the true nature of self and others. By practicing non-judgment, we align ourselves more closely with these teachings, cultivating a heart that sees beyond appearances to the sacred essence within all. This sign of spiritual progression brings with it a profound sense of freedom, freed from the burden of constantly evaluating and reacting to the world around us. We find a greater capacity for presence, connection, and joy. Relationships deepen as we relate to others with a sense of shared humanity rather than through the filters of our judgments. Our inner world becomes a more peaceful sanctuary as we learn to accept ourselves with the same compassion we extend to others. Non-judgment also invites us into a deeper relationship with the present moment. Without the distraction of categorizing and comparing, we can experience life more fully, with a sense of wonder and gratitude for the myriad expressions of existence. This mindful presence enriches our experiences, allowing us to find beauty and lessons in even the most ordinary moments. Sign 6. The transcendence of fear. Navigating through the profound realms of non-judgment, our spiritual journey ushers us into the penultimate sign of having passed the universe's ultimate test, the transcendence of fear. This powerful milestone signifies a pivotal shift in our consciousness, where the myriad fears that once dictated our choices, constrained our potential, and shadowed our happiness begin to lose their grip on our souls. It is a liberation not from fear itself, which is a natural aspect of the human experience, but from its paralyzing hold over our lives. The transcendence of fear is about finding courage in the face of life's uncertainties and challenges. It's about understanding that fear, at its core, is a protective mechanism, signaling potential dangers and preparing us for action. However, when fear spirals out of control, it can become a barrier to growth, connection, and fulfillment. Transcending fear means recognizing its messages without allowing it to dictate our decisions or define our realities. This transformation is deeply rooted in trust. Trust in ourselves, in the journey, and in the benevolent universe that guides us. It's about knowing that we are supported and guided even in the midst of adversity. This trust is not naive or unfounded. It is built on the deep inner work of aligning with universal laws, practicing non-judgment, and embracing the impermanence of all things. It comes from a place of strength and wisdom, born from the countless times we have faced our fears, learned from them, and emerged stronger on the other side. In spiritual traditions across the world, the theme of transcending fear is prevalent. For example, the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred Hindu scripture, presents the conversation between Prince Arjuna and Lord Krishna on the battlefield. Arjuna is paralyzed by fear and doubt about fighting in the war, but Krishna guides him towards understanding his duty, dharma, and the impermanence of the physical body versus the eternity of the soul. This teaching encourages the transcendence of fear through the realization of one's higher purpose and the eternal nature of the spirit. Similarly, in many shamanic traditions, journeys and rituals are designed to confront and transcend fear, enabling individuals to access higher levels of awareness and healing. These experiences teach that beyond fear lies a vast expanse of potential, wisdom, and connection with the divine. As we transcend fear, our lives begin to change in profound ways. We become more open to new experiences, willing to take risks in pursuit of our true passions and purpose. Our relationships deepen as we communicate and connect from a place of authenticity and vulnerability, no longer hindered by the fear of rejection or judgment. We also discover a wellspring of creativity and inspiration as the energy once consumed by fear is redirected towards positive, life-affirming pursuits. The transcendence of fear does not imply that we never feel afraid again. Rather, it means that we have developed the tools and the resilience to acknowledge our fears, learn from them, and move forward with courage and clarity. It signifies a shift from being reactive to being proactive, from being a victim of our circumstances to being the creator of our destiny. As the sixth sign of having passed the universe's ultimate test, the transcendence of fear is a testament to our spiritual maturity and inner strength. It marks a significant milestone in our journey towards enlightenment and self-realization, paving the way for the ultimate sign of our spiritual evolution, inner peace. By transcending fear, we open the doors to a life of freedom, purpose, and profound joy, embracing each moment with courage, love, and an unwavering trust in the journey ahead. Sign 7. Inner peace. This is the culmination of our spiritual journey, a state of being where the soul finds its rest in the serene embrace of the present moment, regardless of the external circumstances swirling around it. Inner peace is not a fleeting sensation, but a deep, abiding presence within oneself, a sanctuary of calm that remains undisturbed by the chaos of the world. Achieving inner peace is the ultimate testament to the work we've done on ourselves and the spiritual evolution we've undergone. It signifies a profound understanding and integration of life's lessons, the acceptance of impermanence, the alignment with universal laws, the practice of non-judgment, and the courage to transcend fear. It reflects a harmony between the self and the universe, a melody where once there was discord. Inner peace is often depicted in spiritual traditions as the highest state of enlightenment, where the individual soul, Atman, merges with the universal consciousness, Brahman in Hinduism, or where one enters nirvana, the state of liberation from suffering and the cycle of rebirth in Buddhism. In these traditions, inner peace is not merely an absence of conflict, but the presence of a profound joy and understanding that transcends the dualities of pleasure and pain, gain and loss. This state of peace manifests in our daily lives as a quiet confidence and trust in the flow of life. It allows us to face challenges with equanimity, knowing that every experience is part of our spiritual growth. Inner peace gives us the clarity to make decisions that align with our true selves and the strength to act with compassion and integrity, even in difficult situations. Living from a place of inner peace impacts not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. It radiates outward, influencing our environment with its calm and positive energy. We become sources of peace and stability for our community, inspiring others with our serenity and resilience. Achieving and maintaining inner peace is a dynamic process that requires continuous practice and mindfulness. It involves regularly connecting with our inner selves through meditation, reflection, and spiritual practices that resonate with our being. It's about nurturing our bodies and minds, fostering relationships that support our growth, and engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. As we embody inner peace, we understand that it is both a journey and a destination. It is the journey of constantly returning to this state of serenity amidst the ebbs and flows of life. And it is the destination, the realization that peace is always within us, waiting to be uncovered and embraced. In this journey, each step, each sign, is both a discovery and a return, a discovery of the vast landscapes within us, and a return to our most authentic, peaceful selves. As we cherish this inner peace, we hold a precious key to navigating the complexities of life with grace, love, and profound tranquility. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.